What's up, everybody? I wanted to do a video today about magic thinking and what that really is for a person with OCD. And what magic thinking is with OCD, you're constantly triggered by things. So for example, if I'm using this mouse and when I leave the room, it's on the right side of the mouse pad, that might trigger me, and my OCD and magic thinking might start saying things like, if you don't go back and move it to the left side of the mouse pad, something bad will happen. And that something bad is usually correlated with some other OCD subset that you have, like, for example, a contamination issue. So for me, it might say, if you don't move it back, you'll get sick, or your family will get sick, and you need to do this to make sure that that doesn't happen. And one of the tough parts is we all know in our rational minds, and people with OCD know with their rational minds, that where this mouse is on the mouse pad does not correlate to anything other than that. And it's hard to hold on to that because the physiological response that we'll feel is so real that there's actual danger there. And a lot of times that's what keeps us going with these OCD compulsions and mental rituals and, mental compulsions, because it's that physiological response that we actually feel as if there's danger there. So no matter how we try to rationalize with ourselves, it's that physiological response that we feel that kind of compels us to undo that, to make it so that nothing bad will happen. Another example could be that when I go to leave the room, if I turn this light off, my OCD might want me to do it, 3, 4, 5 times. And if I don't, something bad will happen. And, whatever that bad thing is, it doesn't have anything to do with anything, which is what's really frustrating for people with OCD, because we know that these things are just magic thinking, and what they really mean is nothing. And, I think it's important to talk about that because it's the physiological response that keeps us going. So whatever this bad event is OCD says is going to happen, you get the physiological response as if it's really going to happen. So your heart will start racing. You'll start to sweat. You'll start to think about all these things as if there's actual danger there. Like I said in another video, you might turn around from work to make sure that you didn't run anybody over when you hit that bump in the road. And, although you know that you didn't hit anybody, it's that physiological response. Like, you're scared. You're scared for yourself. You're scared for the other person. And with magic thinking, it's really no different than that. So if I don't come back and move this mouse, like, I'm scared for my health. I'm scared for my family's health. And as much as I can kind of tell myself that there's no correlation here, it's that response within the body that keeps us going. So I really thought it was important to talk about magic thinking because it kind of can go hand in hand with mental rituals. Maybe you don't do the physical compulsions, but in your mind you're just thinking all day. And I really want to talk about it and kind of point on the fact of the physiological response, because for people that don't have OCD, they can't really understand why you would think something bad's going to happen. And although rationally we know that that's not true, it's that physiological response that is just so real to all of us, and everybody with OCD knows what that's like. So in other videos, we'll talk more about other subsets of OCD, and then of course the treatment of OCD and how you can start to work through these things and how I'm doing that within my life now. But I just wanted to jump on here and give you guys a little video about magic thinking and what that really can mean for somebody with OCD. So, man, I really appreciate the support. Thanks for everything, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.